Welcome back, Dragon Ball Z What If fans, to Dragon Ball Z What If Part 7 of King Kai Living on Earth. Last time on the Dragon Ball Z What If, the Supreme Kai and Kibito had come to Earth, seeking King Kai and the Z Fighters' aid to stop the dastardly Babidi from unleashing the menace Majin Buu. They had reached Babidi's ship, only for Dabura to turn many of their comrades to stone, killing Kibito and retreating back into the ship. How will the Z Fighters stand against the evil forces of the dastardly wizard and his pawns? And that is where we catch up in the last part. I haven't done one of those in a while where I just kind of did the true narration in the voice. That was fun, I admit. But yeah, we left off with that Krillin, Piccolo, Stone. We still have we still have Goku, Gohan, Raditz, Shin, and King Kai there. And so they are about to head into the ship. But as they head into the ship, Babidi does note something off here. He's like, wait a minute. Is it those other things? There's something different about the blue one. Is it, that's a Kai. What is another Kai doing here? He's not a Supreme Kai. Dabura, give me an energy reading. I want to see what this guy's power level is. And they get the device. I can't remember what it was exactly. And that's a good question, actually, power-wise, how King Kai would rank right now. King Kai, at this point now, has never stopped his training, and honestly can pretty much access his divine ki on will at this point, which pretty much now puts him into the, the divine category of power. And so it makes it very difficult to kind of gauge that, specifically for Babidi, who, as far as we know, can't detect God Ki, but it wouldn't surprise me if he could. He had enough dealings with the Kais that, in theory, he could be able to do that through magical means. For the sake of argument, we will say he can't. So King Kai's base power is still, though, very large. Goku's power in just Super Saiyan was ranked as, 3,000 Kili? 3,000 Kili, which is the best we can interpret it as is a billion, or 1,000 Kili, roughly speaking. King Kai probably, mind you, ranks somewhere more closer to like 300 Kili, which would be something along the lines of about 300 million. And to which Dabura says, with 300 Kili, it's possible to destroy a planet. At 3,000, I tell you, a human like that does not exist. I hear that, I'm like, okay, you have not encountered a lot of life forms, because guess what? Doing the math real quick in my head on that, 300 million, 30 would be 3 million, the 3 would be 300 million. 0.3 Kili is enough to destroy a planet at 30 grand. Hell, half a third of that is 1.1 Kili is enough to destroy a planet. So, Dabura, I don't know where those numbers in your head and concepts are coming from, but you need to get out more, bro. So he sees the level of power King Kai has. Like, he could be a threat as well. We'll keep an eye on them. But don't worry. But it's not possible. But it's not like we have to worry. We have a couple of surprises for them. And sure enough, Pui Pui's there. Like, I like Pui Pui's design, by the way. He kind of mirrored a little bit of the old third form Frieza design, but just condensed and like as a fighter. I kind of like the design of Pui Pui. And he just starts bragging, and they're just asking, okay, who's going to take him first? To which, all right, sorry, just realized I had some magic tokens I need to put back in my box. And they realize, okay, we're going to have to do this. Who wants them? We're going to have to save our best fighters for later. It's like, I'll do it, Kakarot. Besides us, Spaz, I haven't had a really good workout recently. Just, all right, ready when you are, Pui Pui. It's very well. Pui Pui comes in and gets utterly wrecked. Because at this point, he is stronger than Vegeta would have been in the series. He still gets to train with his brother. He even trains on King Kai's place with the specialized gravity cave. And even learned the instant transmission probably at this point. But yeah, he doesn't even have to go Super Saiyan to beat this guy. Vegeta didn't even have to go Super Saiyan to beat this guy. And Vegeta's power most likely was in the tens of millions at that point. Like high tens of millions. Since I always iterate this point, but Vegeta, as far as we know, wasn't as strong as Goku was when he got back, because he was actually pissed that Goku would hit Super Saiyan 2 and was actually still as stronger, basically. More or less, that was what he was complaining about. It wasn't until he gave over to Babidi, got the Majin symbol, and let go of his inhibitions, and got whatever the amp the Majin symbol gives you. We do know it gives some sort of amp. That he was able to match Goku in combat again, at least power level wise. But yeah, if Radz is the same level as Vegeta is at this point, then yeah, it's not really a contest. Radz will tear through Pui. And then they go and they deal with Yakon. Now Goku does offer to take on Yakon next, but King Kai's no, I'll do it, Goku. It's fine. And Yakon, who I'll admit was fun. We don't see a lot of monsters like that anymore in Dragon Ball until you get to the Super Tournament arc, Tournament Power, that is. But I will admit, I was always lukewarm on Yakon. The fight's it's unique because he's eating light, but yeah. So King Kai is trying. Unfortunately, we know King Kai actually has better senses than the others because he can remotely view things in the galaxy. So Bear's saying that King Kai could probably find Yakon without actually too much difficulty after he adapts very quickly and just starts beating the hell out of him. Now, Dabura does say Yakon did have 800 killing. Which means his power level is like 800 million, if the translation is correct there. That's a very powerful guy. That's beyond cell level powers, if the power levels, at least imperfect cell. That's beyond the android level of powers. Again, statistically, if the numbers track, that's like really powerful. And King Kai isn't as strong as that, but he also has the Kaioken, not just his God Ki. So he just, like, interesting. You're quite powerful, Yakon. Unfortunately, you fail to put into consideration two things. One, this isn't my full power. And two, I'm holding back because two, this isn't my full power. And it kind of just does and honestly does like a minor Kaioken times 5. Enough things like, all right, now I'm about 2 times powerful than you, give or take. I know it's not exact. It's just roughly speaking. And King Kai knows this. King Kai also probably has been working on the Kaioken for years at this point. He can even beyond Goku at this point. He's the true master of the Kaioken. He created the technique, so give him enough time and training. Oh yeah, he is the true master of the Kaioken. He can put on whatever the level is, safe levels, in an instant and just maintain them indefinitely. The strain is nothing now. And that would also include how his max level being increased. I'd say King Kai's limit at this point is like 30 times. He can easily do it times 10, like it's nothing. He can even maybe go all the way up to times 20, and it being difficult but maintainable. Pushing it to the 30s is his limit right now. Goku, we know, can do a times 20, but that's pretty harsh on his body, too. And he can't do it in his Super Saiyan forms. Back to the fight, though. King Kai does do it. Immediately starts to take on Yakon. Yakon, though, quickly eats the light off of King Kai. I see, so that's how you do it. Then I wonder how much of it you can take. And then just powers up, does the full 20. And then the immediate increase, like when Goku blows him up. And so King Yakon dies. Dabura confronts them, and this time it's Goku stands up. I want him this time. Dad, are you sure? It's like, yeah, I've been itching for a fight ever since we saw him. I can tell he is strong. There's no doubt about it. Possibly even as strong as Cell, maybe even a little stronger. And they just kind of square up for a little bit, and they clash for a little bit in base form before Goku finally goes Super Saiyan. They go toe to toe again. Dabura, Goku's smart enough to remember not to be hit by the spit. And if not, King Kai will definitely warn him, same with Shin. And Goku continues to go at it with Dabura. Finally goes into Super Saiyan 2, showing off the full extent of his base transformations. Boom! And, starts to take the edge, start winning. Dabura basically, I have to get out of here because Goku, despite having the common sense of King Kai at his disposal, is still fighting for fun. Because that's what they were doing. Even saving the world, they had to fight for fun. Dabura has to get out of there. Body does heal him up and, give him whatever recovery he needs because he's still the only real defense he has. And now they're like, okay, we have to get to Babidi, no matter what. It's like, I know where I found him. It's like, what? What do you mean you found him? Wait, Supreme Kai, can you not remotely locate individuals in the galaxy? Uh, and that's the thing, yeah, when you actually think about it, King Kai is, at least the way it's depicted, it should be very clear. This is the way it's depicted in both the manga and the anime. King Kai can, whatever, through his like mind's eye, just sense things and just visually watch them. Can seem to view events happening from a long distance away. He can't do more than like one at a time, but he can do it. Supreme Kai can't do that, which is very interesting. Now, old Kai we know can do it because he mentioned he could see girls on the beach God knows how long away. But for some reason, Supreme Kai can't do that. He can sense energy all the way from like his planet to Earth. He can do that, but he can't see that unless it's like a crystal ball. He can't really view it very much well or at all. Whereas King Kai seems to be able to, and so King Kai has the image of Babidi and Dabura and the cocoon of Boo in his sights. All right, everybody grab on. It's like, well, what are you? And then just instant transmissions. Hello there again. I was like, yeah, you. How did you? There's little that escapes my gaze. It's over, Babidi. It's over, Babidi. Nothing. You will never unleash that monster again onto this galaxy, onto this world, onto this universe. It's like, your ambition ends here. Dabura, protect me. No, I will not let you pass. Goku says, you're not going to get allowed to have a choice. Yeah, what do you say, King Kai? It's like, looking to show off for your master a little bit, huh? All right, I'm getting Goku. Let's say this. What do you say? And then you make like a minor wager. It's like, what are you two talking about exactly? And all of a sudden, they both kind of just take a breath and all of a sudden their power plays. Impossible. That key with Kai, with North Kai, it might be possible. But him and Goku's there, and his hair is in like a mock red. He's almost in a true god form, but he's just not quite. It's pseudo, maybe a little beyond. He's like just at the pinnacle of true Super Saiyan God. But their powers far surpass that of anyone on the planet. Easy. I would argue at this point, King Kai is still the stronger of the two, but again, on a numbers perspective, say 1 to 10, if King Kai's the 10, Goku's like an 8 right now. And once he achieves true Super Saiyan God, he will surpass King Kai. King Kai also can't really effectively use Kaioken as much in this form just because of the different nature of the Divine Key. He can use it to a degree, but nothing amazing. Whereas he can use it with his base form all day, every day. And so basically they just kind of, and Dabura is immediately just taken out by King Kai. Because King Kai knows that Goku, you go after Babidi. Oh, but King Kai is do you plan on killing him, Goku? Well, I mean, if I have to. There's no if you have to. You have to. Majin Buu is one of the most dangerous beings that this universe has ever known. And if you don't take them down right, if you don't, if you don't have conviction to take down your enemy, you have no right to call yourself a warrior. And Goku just kind of, Goku just squares off, and they just shoot a rush, and Dabura's pretty much cut in half. And Babidi's like, don't kill me, please. I'll reform. I'll be good, I promise. It's like, you cannot be trusted, Babidi. No, you can't be trusted with anything. He's like, but I am a just gets like no soloed by King Kai's like, nope, yeah, sorry. And they kiss Shin, basically just takes care of Babidi. Dabura is dead, and now they're stuck with these cocoon of Majin Buu. And the question does be asked, what do they do with it? It's like, well, we cannot destroy it. We might risk waking up Majin Buu. And they look and see he's about at 60% full power. They got their energy from Gohan, who is stronger in this version, so it makes sense to be a little stronger. He's stronger than his canon version, who was weaker than his DBZ version, his Cell. But this version is stronger than his Cell games. I guess that's the best way to put it. Stronger than Cell games, Gohan. So it makes sense that it was a bit higher, because we know Gohan gave Buu about 50%. So they take Babidi and they take Buu, and they figured, all right, we are going to find a good place to hide this. and everything will be fine. And so, but before he leaves, Shin does look at Supreme North Kai and gives him a bit of a look. Thank you for your help, North Kai, but I would keep an eye on your pupil. There are those out there who might see that as a challenge. To which North Kai quickly realizes, King Kai realizes, like, Beerus? No, Beerus is sleeping. There's no reason for him to. Oh, this is not good. It's like, what's up, King Kai? Nothing. Shut up. Nothing. Just talking about just an old friend. That's it. Old friend. Yep. And so Shin and Kibito, who eventually gets brought back by the Dragon Balls, head off. And so the day is saved. 18 ultimately wins the tournament, gets the money. All's well that ends well, right? Well, yeah, mostly. We cut to the awakening of Beerus, who mentions how he was going to kill Frieza. He asked him to destroy Planet Vegeta for him, and how he was killed by a Saiyan. And what Saiyan? Oh, that's right. I had a premonition. Super Saiyan God, and my great rival. And so they head to North Kai's area. Now, apparently, as Caesar finds out, I see, so North Kai lost his planet. A shame. But it makes sense. It was only a husk compared to how I left it. Which they do reveal that's what happened. And probably North Kai's planet used to be a lot bigger. King Kai is basically, in Goku are just kind of training. Goku's in the cave doing his own thing. King Kai's getting a drink. It's like, King Kai. It's like, what's wrong, Bubbles? Or what's wrong, Greg? He's like, and then all of a sudden, King Kai picks up and says, it's like, what's the matter, Kai? Scared? We surprise you. That's it. Lord Beerus, it's an honor to have you here, but what if not that I don't like having you here, but what are you doing here? And just, well, me and Luis we're in the neighborhood, and we thought we'd stop by. We're told there's some pretty strong fighters here. Well, sure, absolutely, but I doubt they'd be able to measure up even to 1% of your abilities. True, but I'm here on other business as well. I'm told there are Saiyans on this planet, and I've had a bit of a premonition, North Kai. I see, I've heard, but first and foremost, bring that Saiyan out from the cave. And to which Goku finally steps out. It's like, oh, hi, and you are... Goku, show some respect. This is Lord Beerus, the destroyer god of the 7th universe, our universe. He could wipe a planet out with a finger. If he wanted to, he could destroy this whole universe if he wanted to go all out. Whoa, he's that strong? Yes, Goku. Now do you understand? Yeah. Because we maybe have a fight against Sparta? Are you insane? Actually, yeah, from what I've told you... In all my life, I've never had such a challenge. And from what I'm told, you've gotten quite strong as well, North Kai. Tell me, which one of you is the stronger of the two? And saying, that's a good question. I mean, for a while, King Kai was stronger than me. King Kai is technically stronger, but I can reach a stronger state temporarily than him. Really? All right, then I'll take you both on. What? No, I wouldn't even stand a chance against you. I see. Well, at least you know your place. But this is something as a god of destruction. I'm not explanation, but I'm not asking Kai. I'm not demanding you. That's not the right term. The thing of it is an official decree from up above. I would like to spar with you. All right. Now, keep in mind, I'll go all out, but like I said, I don't expect much. And by the way, I can tell you are stronger. You've been working out, slimmed down a bit. Oh, well, I have been working out for the last couple of decades. And so King Kai's like, very well, King. All right, fine. He takes off his robe, and he even takes off his shoes. Like, I'd rather not get my favorite. I don't even know what he's wearing, actually. Is that a robe, or what is that he's wearing? Anyway, I'd rather get my favorite threads destroyed. And he's like showing off, saying, my, you have been working out. Impressive. All right, then, let's see what you have, North Kai. King Kai is, Kyle King! Just goes all the way up to his max 30. And by the way, he's probably a little stronger at this point now than he was back when he fought Yakon. Still, that he's let's see, times 30 based on where I could have him right now in the story. I don't even think that would still put him at like Super Saiyan 3 Goku level. So this is, I must admit, this is impressive, stronger than even the Supreme Kai. But unfortunately, you're no match for me. It's still no match for me. Well, see, I told you. Well, I told you. Still can't go push past the times 30 without too much, still can't maintain the times 30 very long. And say, oh, but we both know you can go far stronger than that, far higher than that. And say, oh, holding out, King Kai. It's like, no, just didn't want to bury the lead. That's all. Fine. He just kind of, and Beerus' eyes actually widen a little bit, and he grins like, my, you have gotten strong. Now, strength-wise is a good question right now. Strength-wise, compared to Beerus, is a very good question right now for King Kai. And Goku as well. We'll deal with King Kai first, and we'll deal with Goku after. King Kai is not as strong as Super Saiyan God. I don't think he's ever... Like, maybe more training down the road in the super parts of this series, yes. But right now, no. And I did the math on it. Goku actually didn't even come to, like, much of a percent of Beerus' power when it really shake it down. He just didn't, because we know that you literally use like fractions of your power. Frieza actually is a perfect demonstration of this, where his full power is 120 in Namek, 120 million, but his suppressed power is only about 500, is maxed 530, but we know for a fact he didn't even use that full amount when he fought Nail. He was probably only using about a tenth of that. So hypothetically, if you do the math on that real quick, divided by 10, that's 120 divided by 10 is a 12 million. Divide that by 10 again, that's 1%, that's 1.2 million. You divide that by 10 again, now you're getting like 0.1 million, and then you divide it by 10 again, and now you're like, but Frieza could do that. So it makes sense Beerus could do that too. So when him and Goku were going at it, Beerus, even though there are plenty of statements saying he was using 70%, it's pretty freaking obvious he wasn't using 70%. That was pretty much a lie. And for the audience to think, oh yeah, Beerus is pretty strong, but Goku kind of got there. But no. So Beerus really wasn't using that much. So I would imagine King Kai's maybe like half or like a quarter of the Super Saiyan God power. And Goku is maybe like a third or a half when he's going all out as well. And so King Kai, King Kai is getting ready to fight. And Beerus actually is getting a little say, ooh, you're right. You're not as strong as me, but I'm interested indeed. Let's see what you have, Kai. And Beerus comes in. King Kai just immediately instant transmission. Boom! Smacks Beerus and and they're kind of duking it out for a bit, but it's very obvious very quickly that, very obvious and very quick. Sorry, it's quick and obvious that Beerus is the superior fighter. And eventually King Kai just like, I give up. There's no way I can even come close to your power, and I know you're not even getting me. You're barely even trying, Lord Beerus. Nothing personal. No offense at all, Kai. You're right. I may have been going a little too easy on you. But as for you, he looks to Goku, you say you're a bit stronger than the Kai, is that right? For a little bit I can be stronger. Well, if you wouldn't mind. I'm already warmed up. Let's give it a go. And Goku goes Super Saiyan 2. And I was like, you're stronger than the Kai. Wasn't using the Kaioken, but I'm not quite seeing. And then Goku's like, hold on just a minute, just shows off the pseudo blue form. Just, and it's like, you're right, you are a bit strong. Still can't hold this for very long. And meanwhile, we say, tell me, how were you able to teach? Was your student, immortal of all things, able to learn the abilities of the divine? And I think words here. And King Kai said, well, honestly, it came through my own training. It was natural that I should be able to access some level of it myself. Goku took an interest when I fought a villain about a decade ago, and him being a Saiyan, he's surprisingly, when it comes to being a student, there is no better than a Saiyan. Though he still has a long ways to go before really tapping into it. And so Goku and Beerus go at toe-to-toe. Goku's having the time of his life, but ultimately he's getting beat down. He gets a good couple shots in, and even hits Beerus with a straight Kamehameha. And then Beerus finds, my word, I will admit, that was some of the most fun I've had in eons. Unfortunately, I don't think you're quite a Super Saiyan God. You can't. Unfortunately, I'm not familiar with the Super Saiyan God, Beerus, but there is maybe a way we can look into it. And so they go, and it would be Bulma's party, by the way. Goku was spending time training, and Chi-Chi probably scolds him. Where were you this whole time? Sorry, Chi-Chi, I was training with King Kai a little bit, but we got a lot of the hair stuff. We were about going to show up, but we met someone. Everyone, this is Lord. And by the way, because King Kai's there is no pretense lost here. There is no like hiding what is going on or anything. Say, everyone, I want you to meet someone and show him your utmost respect. This is Lord Beerus, the destroyer deity of the seventh universe. That would be our universe. He's a man who commands great respect, who commands great power as well as great respect. I encourage you not to do anything disrespectful, or he might literally sneeze and blow the planet up. I am not joking in the least. And so, Beerus, they welcome Beerus. It's Bulma's party. And Rad's like, whoa. And Rad's, being a Saiyan, may have heard of Lord Beerus. We know Vegeta knew Lord Beerus because he met him and got trashed as a kid because he saw him beat his dad up. Rad's might know him. Lord Beerus, welcome. It's my wife's birthday party. You're welcome to be our guest. I was like, wait, what about? And he has to express it. Literally could wipe out the universe. None of us can beat this guy at all, period. Very well then. Ooh, and you have such delectable food. Waste as a mollusk in this pastry is delightful. And so they're actually enjoying the party. And here's the thing, up until the pudding incident, Beerus actually, yes, Beerus is arrogant, haughty, all that, but he actually wasn't really being that bad of a guest. He was minding his own business, enjoying the food, all that. So I hesitate to think he would try anything. Ultimately, they use the Dragon Balls to figure out the Super Saiyan God ritual. They do it. Goku finally achieves his true Super Saiyan God, which I will actually argue is stronger here than in the original because he's already trained with God Ki and had some prior. And so him and Beerus have their legit fight, which Goku still loses, but Beerus knows that he was very strong. And Goku is more than actually okay losing the fight. There is no threat to the Earth here or anything like that because nothing has angered Beerus at this point. He got his pudding. Everything was good. And so we end with a few months later, Goku going to train with Whis and Beerus on Beerus's planet. Meanwhile, Gohan and Raditz among the people who are still training do decide to train more with King Kai and learn more about Divine, learn more about God Ki. Similar to how Goku was able to learn it, they should theoretically be able to learn it too. Chi-Chi at this point now has fully retired, but she is still a very capable fighter and probably at least keeps in shape. So that is where we're going to end part 7. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. I am going to do maybe one other video today. Just something I've had planned for a bit and I want to get it done with. Not that I want to get it over with. I'm just like, I want to get it done. So I have it out there. And so we can maybe use it for a future what if. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And I'll see you next time.